This is my third university level degree, and yet I haven't been part of a formal commencement ceremony. While today's commencement is non-traditional, I am thankful to all the efforts that have been put together to make this happen, and honored to receive this opportunity to share my story. The biggest aspect of this journey has been the science, and my story would be incomplete without it. I wanted to share it with you, and we will work with this analogy. Imagine Superman, who has the day job of a journalist as Clark Kent. However, when the city is under attack, using energy from the sun, he becomes Superman and can throw a punch that knocks out the worst enemy possible. The protein I have been working with during my Ph.D. is one such superhero protein, TDRD7. But we'll just call him Teddy. Teddy has the normal job of making sure that a cell develops correctly. When a virus attack occurs, the interferon system works as the newsflash that transforms Teddy to Agent T7. We found that Agent T7 takes away what the virus needs and stops it from making more of itself. We worked on not one but two groups of viruses which have been long prevalent: respiratory syncytial virus causing respiratory diseases and herpes simplex virus 1 that is known to cause cold sores. Having said this, it takes a while to translate research into its application in medicine, but being associated with the medical school is a constant reminder that someday in the future, a drug identified from our research in biomedical science finds its way to the clinic. This project led to several achievements, which is the reason why I am here. All of the significant achievements of my graduate career, my exam to qualify as a Ph.D. candidate, my Ph.D. dissertation defense, and even the day I heard about this award and the opportunity to speak at commencement have one thing in common. All of them occurred on a Thursday. It could be just some administrative process, but here is how I look at it. In Indian culture, Thursday is referred to as Guruvar, or Day of the Guru, the teacher. A student's success is a reflection of their teachers, and for this I am grateful to my mentor, Dr. Saurabh Chattopadhyay, who entrusted me with this project with great potential and set me up for success. The opportunity to present from the lab at different platforms has given me more courage to go up and speak. For the longest time, I was the only student in the lab, and I am also the only child at home. My friend often teases me that you are a spoiled single child. What she doesn't know is that the pros and cons of being the only child also apply to being the only student in the lab. Pros, all the attention, and cons, all the attention. But I'm only joking because I think it's the reason I've done well in my graduate career as well as life. Enriching my time here was the Department of Medical Microbiology and Immunology that I have had the privilege to call home. The course structure and the supportive environment played a critical role in me learning from several faculty members not only science but also life lessons. The process towards a PhD began in an undergraduate class in the spring of 2009, and I am thankful to all the teachers and friends who were a part of it. I've grown up hearing life is a journey, enjoy the ride, and I'm happy that a significant part of my journey was here at Toledo. So much so that when I was visiting family in New York, someone asked me, "Where are you from?" And I responded with, "Toledo, Ohio." And they looked at me and asked again, "No, where are you from?" And I said, "Oh, Mumbai, India." This Indian accent is such a giveaway. Years of watching television, I've always wanted certain experiences of the American life. My friends have made camping with s'mores and Halloween fun. I went to my first baseball game with the department, but Thanksgiving is my favorite. My Thanksgiving is without the turkey, but all of the sides, because I'm a vegetarian. I experienced true kindness when I spent Thanksgiving with the Hemsworths or the Levoys or Andrew and Cheryl Kleinhans. when they've set aside stuffing without turkey just for me. I also enjoy shopping on Thanksgiving because the crowd reminds me of home. Now the only things pending are tailgating and prom. But the one thing that I've coveted for a long time is being valedictorian. This commencement speech helps me fulfill that dream, and I'm grateful to all for turning this dream to reality. Earning a Ph.D., the highest university degree possible, comes with the risk of being arrogant. But on the contrary, this journey has been very humbling. Apart from the science, as my fellow students would agree, it has taught me time management, people management, channeling stress, and resilience. Very applicable to any and every other life situation. With research, it always is, the more we learn, the less we know. I find assurance in what one of my professors, Dr. Travis Taylor, shared. If you already know all the answers, you are doing something wrong. Your PhD gives you the ability to think of ways to answer these questions. My journey has been about wonderful people and great opportunities to shine. But as all journeys come to an end, I have always loved the phrase, holding on and letting go. I see it more clearly now. While we often let go of the unpleasant things, we also have to let go of the projects, that workbench, and the people we love. But what we can hold on to is our lessons and our fond memories. With this, I wish all graduating students the very best of luck, and thank you for listening.
I'd like to start by thanking Dr. Gaber, Dr. Cooper, Dr. Worth, Dr. Musa, and especially my fellow graduates. It's an honor to be speaking with you today. And I wanted to start off by saying congratulations. We did it. Not only did we get into medical school, but we made it out. Before it was pass-fail. I hope you all agree that these past 4 years have been incredibly transformative, and maybe even a little entertaining. I mean, who knew that one of the best plastinators in the world could be found in the basement of HEB? And who would have believed that one of J.R. Tolkien's Rings of Power found itself in the very capable hands of Dr. Carol Bennett Clark? When we weren't being serenaded with Dr. Manning's hit single, Waltz Around the Cycle, we could be found studying pathology under the great sage of Northwest Ohio, Dr. Gohara, who I'm pretty sure taught my dentist back in the day, and he's about to retire. Preclinicals had quite the cast of characters, didn't they? And that garden hose of information that they told us about, well, they certainly weren't lying. Although they could have mentioned that we get to watch hours and hours of cartoons. You know, the ones featuring memorable characters such as Robin of Ixodes and the pseudo Mona Lisa. Med school might have been an easier sell. All kidding aside, the journey from medical student to resident has been incredibly difficult, but it has been rewarding. And that's why we're here today, to celebrate this monumental achievement and to look forward to all that is yet to come. When thinking about what today means, what that placard on our walls will symbolize when we look back to it in the weeks, months, or even years from now, I can't help but think of all of the people who got us to where we are today. I'm thinking about our parents and family members, friends and colleagues, teachers, mentors, and our loved ones. I mean, this day is as much for them as it is for us, for without their understanding and support through both the good times and the bad, we would never have gotten this far. But to those family members out there who make frequent house calls for medical advice, don't get too comfy. Now that we are licensed MDs, we are legally allowed to start charging you for our services. Most importantly, this diploma should remind us of another group of people, our patients, who gave us the most precious gift of all, themselves. Our patients are the ones who suffered through our first H&Ps, IV sticks, NG tubes, and for the unlucky few, a prostate or a GU exam, which had to be confirmed by our attendings. They showed us patience and kindness, and they trusted us with well more than we deserved. They believed in our potential and provided us opportunities to improve. With every encounter, we got better. With every mistake, we learned and grew. Our patients put a face to the diseases we had learned about in books, but they also ensured that we wouldn't make the mistake of distilling down their identities to those illnesses alone. Our patients were somebody's child, their parent, sibling, friend. Sometimes they had insurance and a well-paying job, and other times they were just down on their luck, They were musicians and artists, mechanics and teachers. They loved deeply and had so much to live for. And although it became our mission to get them back on their feet, to leave them better than when they came to us, for some, the best that we could do was ensure their dignity and comfort during their last moments of life on earth. This diploma should remind us of where we came from and who helped us get here. We owe them our debt. We owe them our thanks. And we will carry forward the lessons that they taught us as we rise to meet the challenges of the next phase of our careers. But this diploma should also remind us of where we're going, our goals, our aspirations. I was once told that the MD is only a tool, a means by which we will pursue and achieve our wildest dreams, and those dreams are not the same for everyone. For many of us, our dreams will be to serve on the front lines of healthcare as the physicians and surgeons taking care of our communities. For some, it is to pursue careers in public and global health, to lead hospitals as administrators, or to advocate for healthcare policy in regional and national organizations. Our dreams may be to mentor and educate students, to serve as clerkship and residency directors, and maybe even medical school deans, and to innovate as physician scientists whose research will change the meaning of the word possible. I want us to remember that no matter what form our dreams take, and there are many, the reasons why we have come this far, sacrificed so much, and dared to continue, is that we all want to do good. We all want to be good, to make other people's lives better, to serve. The road ahead will not be easy. Our challenges will be greater than ever, and we will make mistakes. But when the problems we face seem like mountains, we need to remember that at the end of the day, this journey we're on, this path we're all taking, means that every day we will be doing good. Every single day. And that alone should make us proud. In closing, I wanted to address something that's been on my mind these past few weeks. The coronavirus has changed the landscape of our country. Businesses have been closed, events, weddings, celebrations canceled. Anxiety about our health, financial security, and national leadership have permeated throughout society. And for some, our greatest fears have already come true, as we've lost the lives of people we loved due to this illness. In many ways, this virus has taken so much from us. However, it has granted us one thing that we haven't had in a while: time. It's given us time to reflect on what is important in our lives, time to rediscover the things that bring us joy, the little things like connecting with family and friends, reading for pleasure, going on a run. Despite being isolated from each other physically, we have found new ways to connect and to support one another throughout this critical time. Perhaps now we are more focused on the concepts of well-being and mental health than ever before. And that's a really good thing. In medical school, we saw many of these things take a backseat to our education. And as we progress further and further in our careers, and as our responsibilities mount, we will be pressured to give them up again. Our challenge will be to hold on to the things that bring us joy, to find ways to remain connected and to nurture the relationships that sustain us, while helping others to do the same. From this moment on, many people will be relying on us to care for them. And we can't do that unless we invest some of our own time and energy in maintaining our physical, mental, and emotional health. Doctors, please remember, heal thyself. In closing, I can't wait to see what amazing things we have left to accomplish in the years ahead. All I know is that the future is in really good hands. So give it up for the University of Toledo, College of Medicine and Life Sciences, class of 2020.